Okay. Where's the buttons? There we go. Hey, fam. Hey, folks. Let me open up the game. Okay, hey, what up, what up? So, what did we do last time when we were playing?
Bone pit.
We did the bone pit. Everyone was very inappropriate about the bone pit, but that's fine. It's to be expected with you. Did some other little quests. Nothing huge. We're still in Act 1. We're still chilling. Not chilling. We're still trying to get money so that we can go to the deep roads, which is a bad place and no one should ever go there. Yeah, we're going to do Blackpowder Promise, I think. I think that's our plan. You know what? We're just going to stay with this crew. Why not? I have no qualms with this crew. The crew may have qualms with themselves and each other, but I don't have any qualms with it. Alright, so let's go and kill some Telvishoth, everyone. Qunari are super interesting, and it's super fun to talk about, so I'm excited. Ooh, elf fruit. Blaze it! The whole Wounded Coast area is, like, almost pretty. It's almost pretty. You know, it's got a lot of textures.
Another friend we haven't met?
It's one way to look at it, I guess. I'm glad that they yell at you from so far away. They're like, nah, fuck off. And I'm like, I'm just want to get these pile of bones. This dude is straight up chilling. Look at him. Hello? Knock, knock.
No further, human. Telvishoth control these passages.
Ambushes are usually quieter, Qunari.
I did not intend
Fenris
to
is so
ambush.
pretty.
I expected to warn a caravan, but you are not helpless. The path ahead is littered with my kind. If you are as skilled as you look, it would please me if you killed them.
Look at how pretty he is. He is just stunning. Oh, tea! Oh, yes. I like that this is just my mug for streaming now.
Yes.
There's whiskey in here.
You have turned your back on your kin.
And Fenris is like, you
for a
ignorant
second time. I
slut.
did not like my role, so I left the queue. I do not wish to be a murdering thief, so I left these Telvishoth to warn their victims.
Oh, I respect you, buddy.
You are no victim,
Oh.
so now I will leave.
The Qunari are just such a horny design. Like, they have horns.
I want a friendly way to get what I need.
You will be disappointed. They are reveling in chaos. It is a wretched freedom. I still need order, even if I insult the core of the Qun by selling my honor as a mercenary.
It's like a proto-Iron Bull right here. I'd hire you.
If your blade is on the market, I'll pay.
No.
Oh, that's fair.
You sure you know what mercenary means?
Taking payment to face Telvishoth only proves that I've sold the last of myself.
That's fair. I just wanted to
I
offer.
know what I am. I don't need to belabor it.
That's fair.
You have my word of caution, human. Heed it or do not.
Fenris is so
As
pretty.
long as I live, I will not understand the Qunari.
No, you wouldn't. Fenris just gave him a stink eye right there. But, like, I kind of feel like a really fun AU would be an AU where Fenris actually goes with the Queen. Dog. Oh, God. I wonder if we get a nice codex about Qunari. It'd be nice to read, actually. Because, Qunari culture is, like, super interesting. And, like, I have thoughts about it. You know, the usual. The usual about me in games. Hi.
A caravan this deep? Attack!
Not the brightest thing you could have done.
Fenris is used to fighting Qunari. He did
Anyone need healing?
I'm good, Anders. Thank you. Ooh, what do we got?
Not going to happen.
You serious? Hawke,
I can't do that.
you're
Not
a
going to
rogue for
happen.
Christ's sake. Hello?
Who has come so far? Kill them!
Oh, God. Fenris, help me. I'm small. Qunari big. Oh, God.
My sleep.
Okay. Alright, let's go in their cavern. So yes, the interesting thing about Telvishoth, if you are unfamiliar, Telvishoth are qunari that have left the Qun, because there's like qunari and then there's like capital Q qunari. And qunari that are still with the Qun, I'm not really sure what's an easy comparison for the Qun. It's kind of like a social, I don't want to say communism, that's not it. It's like they have a very strict philosophy. So yeah, so qunari, like, their children are raised by specific people, like in specific areas. They're all raised together by caregivers. Their names that they have are actually like their role in their society. So like in Origins, you have Sten in your party, and Sten just means warrior, basically. So there's like a lot of Stens. And basically your entire existence, your entire actions, your body, everything about you is done in service to the Qun, which is the philosophy and ruling guidelines of the qunari. So Telvishoth are qunari that have left the Qun. And it's kind of a wide description, because it includes Telvishoth like this, that, you know, as our buddy said there, kind of revel in the kind of like freedom it gives them, but it's kind of, you know, if you live your whole life from like birth in a very specific way, and then suddenly you don't have that, and you don't have anything that kind of like gives you purpose or an understanding of your place in the world, sometimes they go crazy. And in the lore, specifically, the concern is that they will go savage. I don't think they use the word savage, but there's kind of that connotation. It's kind of awkward. But oh, I just walked right into it. It's fine, Hawke. It's just some spider web. But that's like the Iron Bull. If he becomes Telvishoth in Inquisition, he gets a lot of concern about going crazy. Like, that's his main concern, is he thinks if he doesn't have something to guide his purpose in life, that being like without meaning, he'll just lose his mind and go crazy and become a violent like animal, basically. It's a lot, and it's funny because it's like there's clearly, oh god, please everyone, jeez, there's clearly like evidence to see like why qunari would think that, when there are qunari that do this, but I think it's more of a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, because there's also Telvishoth that are just qunari that aren't in the Qun, and they're just chill. Oh god. Oh, he thinks we're Ben Hassarath. That's interesting. No. Hit the guy in front of you, you weirdo. There we go. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Yo. Oh, excuse me. You have a Sabras? You have a Telvishoth Sabras? Come on. Get the heck out of here. Where'd he go? Where are you guys? Oh god. Varric. Okay, good.
For better or not. The dwarf will be at the compound.
Okay. Well, you guys had it. Sarabas are really interesting too. They are qunari mages, and qunari have a very, very interesting way of dealing with their mages. It's kind of horny, in my opinion. But that's interesting to see a Telvishoth Sarabas, because that's kind of, not really sure how that works. There's a quest later on that really gets into that stuff, and it's great. Qunari are really conceptually interesting, and I like them a lot. And this game really like went ham with it. It's great. Because in Origins, it's kind of just like a distant concept. And that's like, you know, Sten wasn't even like a full-fledged Qunari as far as how they are now, because during that game, I'm not sure if it was just the development or what, but they didn't get horns. The qunari just don't have horns. And it's like, qunari don't have to have horns to be qunari. It's just funny. Alright, where am I handing this in? The docks? I feel like there's no more banter because I've had this party too much. I'm gonna have to switch it up so they can talk about things.
Bloody fools. Load 16 tons. What do I get? Jackal, that's what.
Docks are so ugly. I can't get over all the spikes everywhere. Like, Kirkwall's so ugly. It's hideous. Let's go see the biggest boy. Anti-pigeon spikes just on everything. Oh, man. There's a really good Shale joke in there somewhere. Oh. Best character. Best Dragon Age character.
Let me pass. I have business with the dwarf Javaris and your Arishok.
The short mouth, yes. Enter if you must, Basra.
Vitar's so pretty. Damn. Big. Look how tiny Fenris is next to them. That's some good shit right there. What you thinking about? I'm so sorry. I'm distracted.
Ah, my right hand arrives. Summon your Arishok. The bargain is done.
You're so pretty.
About time you
You're double
showed. I've
horns.
been here for hours.
Been here for days.
Ari Shokost, Maras Shokra, Anan Isamkyun.
The Qun from an elf? The madness of this place.
I love when Fenris speaks in Quinlat.
Friend of yours?
Friend of no one.
Yes, well, that said, I'm here to report that your hated Talvishoth were felled, one and all, right? Yes, they were. So, I'm ready to open negotiations for the explosive powder, as we agreed.
No.
He's not getting it. Make your chatty elf say something.
Excuse me.
Any insight that would help?
Qunari do not abandon a debt. I humbly request clarification from the Arishok.
I have a growing lack of disgust for you. The dwarf imagined the deal for the Gatlock. He invented a task to prove his worth when he has none.
Then we have wrongly inserted ourselves in your affairs. Would you have us kill this dwarf?
Wait, what now?
If you face Talvishoth, he is not worthy of dying to you, as he was not worthy of dying to them. But you keep good company. Let him live, and leave.
Fenris just straight up offered to do murder for the Arishok.
He had big plans for your recipe. I was supposed to get a piece of that.
Dwarf, did your imaginary bargain make promises on my behalf?
I expected your wisdom to be more profitable.
Then you will pay on my behalf.
Sod it all, take your coin, take whatever. Hornhead oxmen and mongrel doglords, suck your own powder and blow your head off, sod it.
You will leave as well, human. There's no more coin for you here.
Leveled up from that. Fenris was fully like, I'll murder this dwarf for you, sir. Give me that sweet, sweet lore. Alright, I'm gonna butcher these words, but we'll do it anyways. Long ago, the Ashkari lived in a great city by the sea. Wealth and prosperity shone upon the city like sunlight. And still its people grumbled in discontent. The Ashkari walked the streets of his home and saw that all around him were the signs of genius, triumphs of architecture, artistic masterpieces, the palaces of wealthy merchants, libraries, and concert halls. But he also saw signs of misery, the poor, sick, lost, frightened, and the hopeless. And the Ashkari asked himself, how can one people be both wise and ignorant, great and ruined, triumphant and despairing. So the Ashkari left the land of his birth, seeking out other cities and nations, looking for a people who had found wisdom enough to end hopelessness and despair. He wandered for many years through empires filled with palaces and gardens, but in every nation of the wise, the great, and the mighty, he found the forgotten, the abandoned, and the poor. Finally, he came to a vast desert, a wasteland of bare rock crawling at the empty sky, where he took shelter in the shadow of a towering rock and resolved to meditate until he found his answer or perished. Many days passed until one night, as he gazed out from the shadow of the rock, he saw the lifeless desert awaken. 100,000 locusts hatched from the barren ground, and as one, they turned south, a single wave of moving earth. The Ashkari rose and followed in their wake, a path of devastation miles wide. The once verdant land turned to waste, and the Ashkari's eyes were opened. Existence is a choice. There is no chaos in the world, only complexity. Knowledge of the complex is wisdom. From wisdom of the world comes wisdom of the self. Mastery of the self is mastery of the world. Loss of the self is the source of suffering. Suffering is a choice, and we can refuse it. It is our own power to create the world or destroy it. And the Ashkari went forth to his people. Excerpt from the Qun, Canto 1. Yeah. It's a lot. It's many. Let's read about Tel'Vashoth. Being lost in an ancient Tevinter ruin in northern Ravane is highly overrated. And then I found myself beset by several bands of qunari, apparently working in concert. I fled and managed to hide in a little village by the name of Vindar. The people there, mostly humans and a few elves, were devout followers of the Qun. It was the most organized village I ever laid my eyes on. The houses were identical and arranged along perfect lines. I don't care. The fields were well tended to and apparently communal, and there were signs of damage everywhere, as if the town had suffered repeated sieges. Buildings shattered, fields burned, and a great many empty houses. I spent the night in the home of Vindar's matriarch, who introduced herself only as Seer. When I tried to regale my hostess with the tales of my qunari assailants, I discovered something. Qunari, Seer said, are people who follow the Qun, her people. Those born into qunari society who reject the Qun are called Vashoth, which means gray ones. These gray ones must leave their homes, for they have no place among the qunari. Sadly, many turn on the society that cast them out. These outcasts call themselves Tel'Vashoth, the true gray ones. Often, they have no skills to make an honest living, so they sell themselves into service, usually becoming mercenaries. Even the most inept fighter among the qunari race possesses a big size and intimidating. That's how I'm going to read that. I don't care. These, she informed me, were my attackers on the countryside, the same band that wreaked such havoc on Vindar. Tel'Vashoth waged a bitter war against the Qun, the qunari, and sometimes against Order itself. They are no match for the qunari army, so they generally strike at farms, travelers, and those who stray too far from qunari protection. I was lucky to escape with my life. Yeah, so there you go. Oh yeah, it is very Confucianism. Thank you. I was struggling to figure out, like, what...
This city exists only to define itself.
I mean... Ooh, shepherding wolves. Maybe we'll do that. That's, thematic. I think Nick said last time we were playing that, like, Hawke is just naturally a slow burn. And I don't even think you know how much that's true. It's like the opposite of Anders, where, like, you meet Anders, and Anders is like affection, love. You meet Fenris, Fenris is like, God, this place looks like shit. Listen.
Coin for skill on offer. I need someone of flexible talents and secrecy.
So, this is like the most sketchy thing to see in the world. The Chantry sister out at night offering coins. I have like the most ragtag group too.
Here, miss. Word is you're looking for help.
Wow, this guy's
and
hair.
paying well.
I need someone
It's
native
illegal.
to the dark places beneath Lowtown. If you claim as much, yes, I will pay.
I am. Let's just step into this alley and me and my fellows can have a look at the money on offer.
She has chosen poorly.
I just love Fenris just like, no.
Can you save someone so intent on being foolish?
Don't like interruptions.
May the Dread Wolf take you!
One less to worry about!
Well, thank you for your timely intervention. I am out of my element.
Surely you didn't realize that just now.
I had to come here to get the type of person I need. Someone of bloody skill, but also integrity. Perhaps the kind who might leap to someone's defense. I have a charge who needs passage from the city. If you are willing and capable, meet me at my safe house nearby.
Did she just manipulate us?
I just saved you in an alley and suddenly we're in business.
You're in Lowtown. What grand scheme could I be interrupting? Varnell!
Not so helpless, I see.
I
Yeah,
hope you will
obviously.
come. This matter only grows more urgent with time.
Nothing sketchy here. Yeah, I don't think Lowtown's really the place to be. I mean, I don't know. She's sketchy on purpose. Hi, Mirren. I'm not gonna talk to you today. I'm busy. Oh, man. My house is right there. This is right across the street. Sketchy.
Nice to see you too.
I thank you for coming. This matter is delicate, and I need someone of limited notoriety who will not link this to me. It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this unique.
If this is criminal, I already have enough trouble.
I should think you're about to have more. I am Sister Patrice. This is my burden of charity.
Shiva da.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this? A survivor of infighting with their Talvashoth outcasts. I call him Katojan, a bridge between worlds. The Viscount and others feel that peace begins with appeasement. This mage would likely be returned to his brutal kin. He can serve a better purpose. I want him free. He must be guided from the city without alerting his people, or being seen in my care.
If you're so intent on this, why not use Chantry resources?
My order will soon realize the qunari presence is more than a test of faith. It is an open challenge. But for now, I must act on my own. Helping this mage shows how qunari heresy cannot be ignored. His flight is vital.
Is freedom so helpful? A new life with that collar seems doubtful.
And yet it is more than he has. My reach is limited. His struggle is his own.
It just seems like releasing a bird, cage and all.
We do what we can to step toward what is right. That must be enough.
You're not interested in who you might be hiring?
If you were important enough to know, I would need someone else. But if you insist, what is your family name?
My name is Hawke.
Strong. Very Ferelden. The qunari have hardly pressured the southern nations. You have not seen as many converts or those who refused. If this action, if any action, can lessen their influence, it must be done.
Right? Like, there's just a part of you that's like, should we be asking the Cerebas here?
Will he help? If I trust him at all?
I don't know his capabilities or if he can function at all in that collar, but I think he knows we are his only way out.
You think?
He's followed every direction and made no aggressive moves, even when taunted. Were I in his place, I could have fled. Qunari or not, I can only assume he wants to be led to freedom.
But you don't know for sure.
And if you're wrong, I have to deal with it.
That is why I went to Lowtown. You are either capable of the discretion and skill that I need, or you are not.
You don't just stumble on something, someone like this.
For all their blasphemous certainty, the qunari do have deserters. Those who seek freedom are hunted mercilessly.
Tal-Vashoth, they seem to accept the role.
Even their rebels conform. Savonel observed one of their bloody exchanges. This poor mage was the only survivor.
And you think this mage was being hunted?
I'm certain no thinking creature would willingly submit to this. If he was not running before, he has seized the opportunity now.
I've had dealings with the qunari leader. He'd want to know of this.
You have dealt with their leader. If you have interacted with qunari, you know how they treat those who leave their heathen order. The Arashok would doom this poor creature. But knowing them is useful. If they challenged you, attacking an ally would only confirm their barbarism. You are still right for the task.
I can get him out of Kirkwall. He's a bit conspicuous for the streets, though.
I had never thought about the plight of mages among the qunari. But it seems they are even more oppressed than we are.
This mage will be a fine example of how cruel qunari are, even to their own. But only if this plays out just so. The passage here leads to the warrens of the Undercity. It is dangerous, but that is why you are hired. Good luck.
Woo! Yeah. We'll let him speak for himself.
Katojan, is it? You need to be led out of the city.
What a weird girl.
I don't know if he understood you. I know I didn't understand him.
It has been difficult to get information, but look at him. Would you want this? We must have that in common.
How the Chantry treats all races like they know what's best for them. Hate that. Fuck the Chantry, honestly. It's like literally anyone who isn't in their order, they're over it. I'm gonna wait to do my commentary until a little bit deeper in. I want Buddy to be able to speak for himself.
If we must bring this mage to safety, let us do it quickly.
Oh my god, Fenris. Fenris.
Done.
But yeah, the Chantry is not good. This woman specifically is something else. Do not recommend.
It's done. Let's finish this. Go down.
Look at him just stroll on by.
Got you.
Doesn't give a single shit about anything.
He's
Have
not
a
very
good-
helpful, is he?
It's not nice to say about him. He doesn't want to be here.
Look at this. Undercity's feared by all, but there's no shortage of fools with coin who want to test it. What is this thing? Collared like a dog lord's bitch.
Yikes.
You some sort of qunari lover? Maybe I should get rid of you and see who'll pay the most for your pet.
I don't think it likes you threatening its master. Maybe we let this one pass.
Do everyone a favor and listen to your friend.
Unless you lot make a holiday of the last free place in Kirkwall, tax it up like even Lowtown, I'll cut you up and save the biggest piece for your pet.
By the void! Kill it! Kill them all!
he just shields himself. Good for him.
They get the idea, qunari, Katojan, whatever. Calm yourself! Did you react because your lead was threatened?
I know that kind of blind instinct. It is hard to judge how much control he has.
Oh, my heart.
You can't gesture or stomp your feet twice for yes or something.
Hawke, inappropriate.
Why does that woman think he wants to leave? He's just... sort of a great lump.
Maybe we should cut the thread that stitched his mouth closed, and then maybe he can talk.
You did what I said. Did I hit the right phrase or something?
Hawke.
He may not know himself.
Keep control, and remember who is on your side.
A little bit more aggressive than I wanted to be.
Of course. I expected no different.
I like that insight from Fenris. I'm glad I brought him. That was a good call. Knew he'd have interesting insight. Uh-oh. Sick helmet.
You will hold Basra Vashidan. I am Arvarad, and I claim possession of Cerebas at your heel. The members of Iskaratam were killed by Talbashoth, but their disposal leads only here, to Cerebas and you.
I just got here, coming from the other way. If there was a trail, I didn't leave it.
Yet you are here with Cerebas. The crime is his freedom, his leash held by unknowing Basra. We will not allow that danger to continue. Let your own mages doom you. Cerebas will be properly confined.
And if he doesn't want to go back?
Cerebas, show that your will remains bound to the qun. He has only followed you because he wants to be led. He has allowed no other purpose.
The sister called him Katojan. You are Cerebas?
Cerebas is his role and his name, as you understand it. It is the accusation and acknowledgement of being a mage.
And you are Arvarad?
My role is to hold the leash and hunt the Grey Ones who leave the qun. Or Baz who have not yet been enlightened.
You don't care that someone abused your dead to get you here?
No doubt they were cast from your shoulders as you or your partner thieves grew weak. It is a crime whose victims are beyond caring. It will be dealt with, but the greater threat is clear. It is my role to secure Cerebas. It is the role of another to purge the perversions of your kind.
He is bound and abused, and you want him caged. Why?
The power that he has, that all Cerebas have, draws from chaos and demons. They can never be in control.
So you fear them?
Like so many others.
We leash Cerebas because they are dangerous and contagious. Not even your Templars fully grasp that threat.
Are mages like Anders so dangerous? He's given no reason to fear him yet.
Yet.
You waste your breath. He'll never tolerate my kind.
Yet.
It is a shame. We're nice people.
Fenris.
You are Cerebas? Cerebas? Vashidan! Neira Setar Karasam! You spewed your words at me like a demon trying to poison my control. Like this mage, the qun requires your death.
But we're no threat to each other.
Cerebas, you will be no threat to anyone.
I didn't even get to say the thing I wanted to say. It's okay. I wanted to show off that I'm friends with the Airshock. I'm not friends with him.
We won.
Anders, you're not done yet.
Can you stand?
Careful.
I am unbound. Odd. Wrong. But you deserve honor. You are now Basvarad, worthy of following. I thank your intent, even if it was wrong. I know the will of Arvarad. I must return as demanded. It is the wisdom of the qun.
So after all of this, now you want to die?
I do not want to die. I want to live by the qun.
Which means dying.
Yes. Is that hard to grasp?
I love him.
Arvarad couldn't kill me. Perhaps he was wrong about your death, too.
Losing to you does not make him wrong. He spoke the qun. I have chosen. It is bred in the bone.
Existing is not a choice.
It is the only choice. As it Taleb. It is to be.
Patrice might take you back, if death is the only other option.
The sister was not honest.
What do you mean?
I cannot say what she wanted, but it was certainty, not of the qun. And her guard smelled of death.
Yeah, they were bad people.
Others of your kind live outside the qun. You could join them.
They are not my kind. I am qunari. They are not.
They have chosen to be free.
Free? They have refused what they are. I can't choose to not be.
Could you have returned if I'd let these others live?
No.
You were doomed from the start.
I was outside my keratam. I may be corrupted. I cannot know. How I return is my choice.
Of all the ridiculous, spineless, mind-controlled, senseless piece of shit arguments I've ever heard.
What comfort has freedom brought you, mage? You would have more if you submitted to the qun.
Woo! Yeah.
My job ended when we exited the city. The rest is up to you.
You know of certainty and borders. You are closer to the qunari than you admit. Your role would change little if you accepted the qun. Take this secret thing, Basvarad. Remember this day.
That was not right. It wasn't, was it?
She may not have known about this, but clearly Patrice set a trail right to us.
If this was her doing, I have a few questions for her.
F's in the chat, boys. Woo! So that's a whole lot of everything. It is a very big concept, and it's interesting in, like, just, when you look at everything else in this game, and you look at all the way that, mages are treated in different places, and the different, philosophies that go into it, and the different opinions and stuff, like, even just, like, amongst my party, you know? It's interesting to see something so radically different. And I mean, that's the whole thing when you're getting that quest from Patrice, is that, like, you know, she says things like, oh, you know, he listens to whatever I say, like, clearly he wants these things. And, you know, she's being completely dishonest. She's coming from a place of manipulation and dishonesty. But it's also interesting that she projects all of that onto him, even though it's just in his nature to follow orders. I like in this wiki page, it says, Fenris will not gain friendship or rivalry throughout this quest, regardless of responses. You know, speaking of Sarabas and how he operates, it's interesting how Fenris operates with Hawke in the beginning of the game, you know, because he'll just kind of, like, be a mercenary for you. He'll go with you. He'll have his opinions be known, but he'll just follow you and do the things, and he's, like, indifferent. He doesn't care. He cares, but he's, you know, he's closed off still, and as far as he's concerned, it's still a job.
It must be clean, with no ties.
Hi.
Hawke. It was Hawke, right? From the streets?
From the streets.
You took the qunari from the
Fenris.
city? Without incident?
This matter was your doing from the start.
Mind your tongue, elf.
Please, do speak your mind.
Don't you talk to Fenris. Look at Fenris is like fucking... He's got a tilt.
The bodies of the mages Karatam led right to us. Why?
You come back speaking their language and think to lecture me? If such a plot existed, if the qunari had murdered you for trying to help their slave mage, then yes, someone might have found that useful. It would have cast doubt on appeasement. Perhaps your death would have been a tragic necessity. Perhaps finding the mage was a rushed opportunity. But all we have now are dead qunari and the word of a sympathizer.
I can't believe she just admitted all of that.
Your Ketojan killed himself rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
If, perhaps, why dance around this lie? I'm standing right here.
If a member of the Chantry admitted instigation, I have no doubt it would result in more appeasement. But an accusation from a low-town thug, you are hardly that important.
Oh my god.
That's not an insult. It's why I chose you. Rest assured, excuses, real or imagined, are not for your benefit.
I won't forget this, sister.
Take your coin. Disappear back into Lowtown. Rest assured, I will not make the mistake of looking for help outside the faithful again. The stakes, eternity, are just too high.
She'll be trouble.
The worst. Ugh. Big yikes. This is the same layout as Gamlen's house. This is Gamlen's house. It's not, but it basically is. Woo! This game, man. This game. Should we do some loose ends? We're like slowly running out of quests here. No. No.
My goodness, that was exciting.
Fenris, did you kill him by yourself? Let him just saunter up like, yep, I just killed a man. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Well, if it ain't my favorite new citizen. What are you doing here? Did you finally figure out being free and poor in Kirkwall ain't worth a rat's spit?
I got your letter.
You had an offer for me.
You mean you're not too good for my kind of work? Because the blokes I hired after you couldn't find their arse with both hands. I sent them to take out Lord Harriman while he was preparing his cargo for shipping. Nighttime, docks, simple. Never came back.
It's interesting that, like, every character in this game just has their weapon, like, floating on their back. How do they do that?
I haven't heard a job in this yet.
The job's the same. Kill Harriman, but there'll be a bonus if you find my men alive.
I assume this isn't personal.
Job's paid for second-hand by some other old Kirkwall family. The nobles here like to shank each other for sport. We're just their knives.
Who's Lord Harriman?
Lord
I don't know
Harryman.
the who, but the what is old and rich. Rumor says he's a savvy one. His daughters give him marriage ties to half the city.
I'm sure I can finish what they started.
It's dramatic.
They were supposed to ambush him at the docks. That'd be the best place to start looking. And remember, Harriman dead, my lad Gustav alive. Other way around, then you don't get paid.
Oh, got out of focus for a second there. That was weird. It's funny that I'm struggling to get friendship with Anders. It's like, I'm doing my best. Like, Fenris at least makes sense, because, like, Fenris doesn't give a single shit about you during Act 1. He, like, could not care less. Well, maybe he could care less. He could leave. I'm, like, way over here. I don't give a shit. People just want to yell at me whenever I'm here.
But leave him alive. We'll find out
This lady just walking by. She's like, ah, Kirkwall. Why do I live here?
Looks like we made it.
Hawke, I've seen you with Mirren before. Did he send you to get me? Harriman's guards killed all my men. I thought I gave them the slip, but they found me. You tell Mirren I never turned on him.
You'll tell him yourself.
I'm not going back until you can walk, limp, or crawl behind me.
I think I can walk. He got here before Harriman's men could do much damage. His rear guard saw us coming. They fell on us from all sides.
Which any professional would have expected.
That's him. That's Lord Harriman.
Most of my enemies would not stoop this low. Are you working for Conrad Tooley? Perhaps Lady Reinhardt?
What have you done that so many people want you dead?
You sound Ferelden. So you should know I'm the one who convinced the Viscount to send aid to Denerim. Many of my fellow noblemen resent that. They want me dead before he sends the money so they can reclaim it for Kirkwall. Will you kill me for this?
Nah.
This is not a job I can complete.
Thank you, Ferelden.
I'm gonna shake some hands.
When I learn who sent you, I will be sure to leave you out of any retribution.
I don't want to be the one to tell Mirren you did that.
Ah, there we go. Varric friendship plus 15. Hello.
So, Gustav limped back here, but refuses to speak one word of what happened. Spit it out. Is Harriman dead or not?
He was gone by the time I got there. I just killed his guards.
I thought you were better at this. Guess nothing happens if I don't do it myself. Forget the bounty, but here's a bit for bringing Gustav back. If you're up for more of this sort of work, let me know. I could make some arrangements.
Varric and Isabella are like, nice. Fenris is like, Wayward Son, that's the name of it. Okay, let's do Wayward Son. This is an interesting quest. Okay, let's do it, folks. Sorry it takes so long to do this. This game is very, very branching, and the effects on your party are pretty intense sometimes. It's also with this game, if you don't have good enough,
Are you really not afraid of apostates? Not even a little?
Sunshine, I'm a dwarf, in case you missed that detail.
Dwarves aren't completely immune to magic, you know.
No. I meant there are at least 30 people in this town who'd murder my family over trade deals. Who has time to worry about apostates with a merchant's guild breathing down your neck?
In that case, I see.
Oh, shut the fuck up, laughing lady.
Please, Sir Thrask. He won't go to the Circle willingly, but it's the only place.
Madam, we'll do our best to find your son, but I cannot guarantee his safety if he continues to resist Templar jurisdiction.
He's
just a boy.
He's an apostate. I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we help this woman? This could be Mother.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fenris. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fenris myself,
Yikes.
Here in the alienage.
I got a whole bone to pick with this series and their half-elves.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fenris still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turned to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere safe. I don't know where Fenris is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fenris' father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fenris might have sought him out.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
Magic can be a fearful gift. Your son deserves the best aid learning how to manage it.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Good to see you again. Will I see you at the tavern later?
Will I see you at the tavern later? Woo, mages. But yeah, half-elves. So, it's really clear from Origins that the reason why half-elves, or like people that have elven blood but aren't elven, don't have any physical characteristics that make them look elven. Like, they're just humans. The reason why in Origins was clearly like a limitation of graphics. But the thing that's really interesting about it is the concept that like human genes are just so strong that they would completely wipe out any elven genes, which is interesting, but I don't like it. And it's just kind of too bad that I don't know, they've never done anything to try and solve that issue. Oh, we've never read about Lowtown. Let's do this. Lowtown sits in a massive cauldron-shaped pit that was once Kirkwall's first quarry. The district was constructed by slaves who carved the city and its harbor out of the rock. Today, Lowtown is a labyrinth of shantytowns, corridors, and hexagonal courtyards, hexes in the local parlance. Lowtown's porous live in caves hewn out of the cliff face. The district is shoddily built and bears scars from caused by collapsing walls. Foundry smoke smothers the area. Only a cold winter storm clears the air. The icy wind howling over the mouths of old mine shafts hardly counts as relief. Occasionally, those Darktown shafts erupt with gouts of foul air known as choke damp. It's not uncommon to find whole slums silently suffocated, frozen in the midst of everyday activity. The walls surrounding Lowtown are the highest by the harbor. Its busiest streets lead up to Hightown, where the wealthiest Kirkwallers perch. When one stands in Lowtown, all one sees, other than the rock walls, is Hightown. It glitters overhead, always in sight, yet always beyond reach. Can we see it? Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah, we can. Anyway, it's Dr. Vincento.
Greetings, Sarah. You look like a man who'd be interested in the finest Antivan steel to grace his hand. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Sounds like a deal.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
Son? I have never had that privilege, Sarah. My poor wife, she's back in Antiva and cannot see me often with my travels.
Please, Sarah. I know you must fear for Fenris, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
We are no Templars, Sarah. You'll find no better friend to a young, scared mage.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
The boy's in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
Why would a Templar help him?
His conscience plagues him, having served the Templars too long. He now helps mages on the run. He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
We're going to, be a little manipulative and a little dishonest. And we're gonna, go talk to Thrask. And we're gonna lie and say some bad things about Fenris. Or whatever his name is. Fennel. That delicious herb that tastes so good on a pasta. Because I want friendship with Fenris, dang it.
So, Isabella, you're a captain.
That's right, big girl. What of it?
I don't remember your name on any registries. Every ship that docks has to declare.
I never docked. And you're no port authority.
And you are no merchant.
Ooh, scrutiny.
Big girl. Here he is. Hi.
Are you the Templar who's pursuing the boy Fenris?
I did not realize his name was known so widely. Perhaps your friend knew him in the alienage.
Not every elf lives in one of your cages, Templar.
Are you a friend of his?
I wasn't expecting that.
An untrained mage cannot be set loose on innocent people.
Grah.
I quite agree.
There we go.
They always
Friendship.
think of us as the enemy. But it is the mages themselves who are protected most by the Circle and its rituals. If we do not find Fenris soon, it will not matter. Either he will be taken by the demons, or by less mystical predators. And I have said more than enough on the topic. This is a Templar matter, and we will be handling it.
Aveline, don't you think this matter concerns the whole city?
It does, and you Templars are spread thin to begin with.
True. Sadly, there are more mages fleeing than we can easily keep up with.
Then let the city guard do what we're good at. I can track the boy.
There is a Templar, former Templar, by the name of Samson. He left the Order due to philosophical differences. He has been known to help mages flee Kirkwall. If Fenris went to him, Samson wouldn't tell me. He stays out of sight by day, but I've seen him at night, near the entrance to Darktown.
Okay, look at that friendship. Hey. I'm sorry, Fenris. I was lying just so that you would like me. I'm a dirty, dirty liar. Okay. We can actually get a lot of Fenris friendship on this, because we're going to go deal with some colorful people. Yeah, the things we do for love. Abso-freaking-lutely. So let's go Lowtown at night. Let's go see the Samson guy. This guy. Like, it's like, oh, he's a friend of mages. I'm like, he's a friend to Lyrium. I don't think he's a friend to anybody. Hey, you.
Old Vincento said someone might come sniffing around. You're looking for the boy, right? Feign something. I'll tell you now, there's not much I can do for you.
I'm looking for a retired Templar named Samson.
Retired. Sounds better than burned out husk of a Templar begging coins in the choke damp.
Oh, we don't choke
They
damp,
don't
is
do
there?
anything to keep you, you know. You join the order, you're free to walk away. But they're the only ones who've got the dust.
The dust?
Lyrium, an ore the dwarves mine. Magic in its raw form. You need to drink the stuff to face down the magicers. Problem is, if you ever try to stop, it just about kills you.
Fenris's face.
Is it true you give aid to apostates fleeing the Templars?
The mages I help, they're no more than children, newly discovered their magic and terrified. Barely left their mother's skirts, and now we're saying they got to be locked away for their own good. That demons are hunting them. Do you wonder they run?
Did you meet the boy?
Afraid so. Blighter was dead broke, though. Not a silver on him. I helped one mageling for free, and I'll never get paid again.
Charity to a point, I see.
I pointed him to a ship captain I know, Rayner. Sometimes he'll take on runaways. Took another apostate last week, girl I sent him. Might have gone wrong, though. I heard rumors he took the both of them captive instead.
Fenris's face. He's like,
So your good friend's a kidnapper? Can't say I'm surprised.
Not a friend. Just someone who's not afraid to try this business. Rumor has it, Rayner had the pair of them locked inside a Keys warehouse, somewhere close to dockside. You want to go looking, you might find the lad before he gets ransomed to the Templars. Or worse.
I like to help mages, and by help mages, I mean give them to my friend who kidnaps them and possibly either sells them to Templars or, you know, what else?
I don't
friendship
make
in a
my
second.
guards fight gangs in dark corners, but if you'd like to help...
What, you think I'm expendable, Aveline? Although Hawke's companions make their own decisions about what to wear. As in, we didn't want to render any other outfits for them. This is it. Hello?
Trapped! Someone at the door.
Oh, God.
Done. We can't let anyone see this. We'll kill everyone who's not one of ours.
Let's go. The screams are the best. They're special, that's for sure. Torn trousers. They're my torn trousers now.
Get a hold of her.
Please, help me. Anyone.
Get the hands! I heard they can't do no spells without hands.
Oh, great.
You know nothing of magic.
Oh, look what you've done. Jeez Louise. Now she's an abomination. Great. Corpses? Oh, God.
That poor thing. What was her name? Where were they taking her?
Meryl's good. It's like, yeah, what was going on there? Who was she? Olivia's letter to Thrask. Father, I know the sacrifices you made to conceal my secret, but I'm a child no longer. I cannot burden you my whole life, lest my secret destroy us both. I must live my own life as a woman and as a mage. It is oddly freeing to write the word. Farewell, Father. One day you will make peace between what you have been taught and what you have seen. All my love, Olivia. Oof. Well, that's sad. So she was Thrask's daughter. Alright, let's see. Captain Rayner's account sold 2 barrels of fish to the Viscount's Keep, 2 barrels of rum to the Hanged Man, 1 male human mage to dancing in the Undercity. and 25 Ravani furs. Well, listen, you know what I don't care for? Slavery. We're gonna go fix this. Couldn't save the girl, but we can hopefully save the boy. Okay. Da-da-da-da.
I don't want your pity.
Are you talking to me?
You said you were sorry about the ritual I endured. Keep your sorrow.
I only meant...
You have all the freedom none of our kind enjoy, and you throw it away. On what?
Our people need to reclaim their heritage.
A heritage of defeat? To what end?
Would you truly turn your back on your own history? There's so much we don't know.
It's not my history. It's simply history.
I don't really feel like commenting on that. I like it. Hey, folks.
Why, look here, boys. Volunteers. Clap 'em in irons and let's see what the Tevinters will pay for 'em.
Make him talk.
I can do that.
Andraste's great flaming ass! How did you do that? Never mind, I've stashed the boy in a cave, a smuggler hideout on the Wounded Coast. Tevinters will be by to finish the deal today. Now, can I go?
Sure. Oh, wait. I meant no.
Fenris friendship plus 10. Hey. Did you hear that? He said keep the pretty ones alive. And he said it again just now. Can you do this attack, Hawke? Please. Do the attack. What? Well, that was fun.
Looks like they took him to some bolt hole in the Wounded Coast. I wonder if that's near the Injured Cliffs or the Limping Hills. Massive Head Trauma Bay. No, just me. Forget I said anything.
Oh, Hawke. Those were bad jokes and no one liked them. Why do I play humorous Hawke? I don't know. I just enjoy it. I need some brevity. We're gonna leave Fenris behind. I'd love to have him for the friendship that I can get, but the thing is, because I don't want to send this boy to the circle, Fenris won't appreciate that. Which is funny because there's a lot of friendship you can get with Fenris in this next section of the quest. However, all of it's negated if you don't send him to the circle. So, with that in mind, we're going to drop him off. He just had to fight a bunch of slavers, so he should go home and have some snacks. Have a nap, you know. Self-care. It's like the problem with these mage quests is that you have to, like, decide people's fate, essentially.
I heard Varric saying you were a Grey Warden.
I was.
I met a Warden once, back in Ferelden. Duncan, I think his name was. Very odd man. He had a marvelous beard, though. I'd never seen one before. I thought a squirrel had grabbed him by the chin.
Oh, Meryl. Little Origins droplet there. I like how Anders had literally nothing to say. Oh, God. Anders had literally nothing to say about being a warden. He's like, no. Going, oh, there's a plant down here. Elfroot. Blaze it, folks. Alright, let's get this boy. Aha. Pile of bones. So many piles of bones. So much murder. No one should live here. Ooh, brittle enemies. You know when you're brittle? That's how I feel right now. Why do you want to attack that one specifically? Attack the one in front of you, Hawke. Why are you like this? Y'all gotta stop saying that shit. It's so gross. I can't handle it. I hate slavers. Isabella's gonna spank him. Hey, this is the exact same cave we were in earlier, except reversed. It's fine. I'm here for the story. It doesn't matter. Just some random dead kid there. Jeez. Hello. Oh.
Take one more step and the boy dies.
Let's be cool.
This is as close as I get.
Ah! Badass! Being a rogue's cool sometimes. Pocket sand. Basically half pocket sand. See? Pocket sand! Killed that man. That's how powerful it was. Duh! I can't believe they explode. I shot him with an arrow and he exploded.
You would have let him kill me. He had a sword at my throat, and you just...
I threw a knife at his throat.
Thank you, but
he died.
What if you were wrong?
He died. It's fine.
You were too valuable for him to kill.
Is that my choice? Prisoner or slave? Who are you? Are you working for the Templars?
Your mother sent me.
Hardly a difference.
Oh.
I can't believe her. My whole life it was all, I'll love you and protect you. Then I have some bad dreams and it's off to the Templars.
I'm here to help you, Fenris.
Why? You don't even know me.
I've spent my whole life protecting my sister from exactly what you fear.
Is there any chance you'd help me reach the Dalish?
Yes.
That's where I was trying to go. See if they'd take me in. I'm as much Dalish as human.
Tricky.
You'd be alone among the Dalish. Even more than a Dalish would be here.
Compared to being held prisoner or made tranquil, I'll risk being lonely.
He's kind of got a slight point to his ears,
I know it's different in other kingdoms, but here, no one helps circle mages. Anything the Templars don't like, you get the brand.
It's true.
The Dalish, they've had magic forever. They could teach me. I won't be a danger, I swear.
It will be your humanity that marks you among the people, not your magic. But I think they will take you.
Do you think they would have me?
Was your mother right? Are you plagued by demons already?
I can't say for sure. I have dreams. There are voices in the dreams. They ask me to come, to give shape to the void around them. But the Dalish Keeper is wise. If anyone can help, she can.
I know the Keeper. I'll make sure she takes you in.
Then she does not hate humans. Oh, you don't know what a relief that is. I knew she could help me. Thank the creators, you were the one my mother hired to find me. I will forever be in your debt, friend.
So, who's going to tell Mother Dearest? She must be just dying to hear what happened.
There's that friendship. Apparently, even if you don't have Anders in your group, you'll get rivalry with him if you send Buddy to the circle. Ooh, some goodies. What is it? Just an opal fragment. That's it? Why did I come down here? A piece of a rock? Not even a full rock? Listen, all rocks are like a fragment. Except like this rock. Well, I guess that's even fragmented, isn't it? Alright, let's go tell his mom what's up. And then we'll call it a day. Oh.
So, when you first did blood magic, it was just an accident, right? You cut yourself and realized the power. You didn't actually deal with a demon.
Oh, no, I did.
Why would you do that?
I needed his help. He was really very nice about it.
Of course he was. He's using you to get a foothold in a mortal brain.
He's a spirit. He offered me his aid. I hardly think you're one to criticize.
Huh. Interesting. Wonder I sometimes do. What is going on in that boy's head? Anders, my friend, what's going on? I like Anders a lot. Like, I can't hang out with Anders. I can't be friends with him, but I like him a lot. He's very interesting. He's a very interesting person. I want him to be okay. I don't think... You don't really get much choice in that, though. Even if you romance him, you don't get much choice in that. It's kind of the tragedy of his character.
It's not always fun and games on the sea, though. There are storms and hostile pirates. And it's trying being cooped up with men who haven't seen a woman in months. You're a woman. Exactly. And I don't usually let them touch me, so they get frustrated. I insist all of them get alone time. Helps with the crankiness. They're already lonely. Why would you insist they be alone some more? Ah, Meryl. What? Did I miss something? Go think about it. Maybe it'll come to you.
Oh, Meryl. This sweet, naive stoner baby. I really want them to get together. It's really the ideal.
Shove off, you.
The fucking lady on the corner. I can't stand her. She can't stand me either, though, so I think it's fair. The elven alienage. Okay.
Your son decided he'd rather be an elf than a Templar prisoner. He joined the Dalish.
What? But he is human. What? They did not even wish me to raise him among them. But they do value magic more than the men of Kirkwall. Perhaps he can have both safety and freedom. As I said, I have little money, but this is a Dalish ring that has been in my family for generations. Please accept it with my thanks.
I wish I could be like, no, you keep it. I don't need it. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give Thrask his letter. And then we're going to call it quits. I'm still thinking, I know we keep saying that I wouldn't be able to do it, but I'm still thinking about doing this game and trying to get like max rivalries with everyone.
Maybe you don't really understand the difference between spirits and demons.
Oh. Did I ask you?
Spirits were the first children of the Maker, but he turned his back on them to dote on his mortal creations. The ones who resented this became demons, driven to take everything mortals had and gain back the Maker's favor.
Your Maker is a story you humans use to explain the world. We have our own stories. I don't need to borrow yours.
But yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I don't know if I could rival Fenris.
We have found neither hide nor hair of the lad, Fenris. I can only think he has fallen victim to demons or slavers.
I found this. It was addressed to you. It seems to be from your daughter.
My daughter? Then you know what she is. How she died. When I traced her to that warehouse, I should have forced her into the circle. My own weakness in the face of her pleas is what destroyed her. It is why I urged Ariani not to give in when Fenris wished to hide. If only I had been so strong for Olivia.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about the Templars finding out anymore.
Thank you. She is at peace now. I would not wish to see her name smeared while her ashes are still warm.
Big oof. Interestingly, the only person that approves of blackmailing him and getting money out of him for not exposing his secret is Fenris. Which is just so... Fenris is something else sometimes. I understand, but sometimes I'm like, okay. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for tonight, you guys. It's going to be it for this round. Yeah. We got a lot done. We got to hang out with Qunari and get to do some mage stuff. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing in the next one. I feel like we're like almost done here. Like, what are we going to do? Are we done? It's interesting. Okay, well, anyways, All right. So we've done this much. We're pretty far in at this point, I feel like. We've done very well for ourselves. We've made the monies. We've done the quests. We've made some friendships. Some, you know. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. If you are not following me, you should give me a follow. And stay on track with this, because we are getting some good stuff in a moment here. It's going to be real good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah, I love you guys. I will see you in the future. Bye.